Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world. And the world to New Zealand. And look, I know it's a bummer that you're not going to get to see Neil Diamond at the Mission contest concert. But spare a thought for Neil Diamond. He's actually got Parkinson's. He's been diagnosed with a terminal disease. So, yeah, it's slightly annoying that you're not going to vaguely be listening to him while you're getting pissed in a field. But that guy is going to, have incurable tremors and then eventually dementia. So, yeah, sucks to be him more than a bit than you. We've got sex workers saying that elderly men are turning to prostitutes just for a bit of affection and company, bit of a cuddle. This is weird, isn't it? Can we not just teach them to use Netflix? Surely, like, when I'm old and alone, I'm going to be, like, stoked. Because I'll be able to just spend all day melting cheese on things and watching Netflix. What more could I possibly ask for in life? Send them to an internet course. They don't need cuddles. Stop cuddling them and just teach them how to use online television. Make everything go away. Now, this story, I've heard various versions of this story on our news bulletins this morning, and I still can't quite get my head around it. I'm going to read it to you. A new artwork is being commissioned to address the gender bias in the headquarters of Wellington's Old Harbour Board. Museums Wellington has a $7,500 budget for a piece of art to juxtapose the more than 30 single portraits lining the Old Harbour Board's boardroom, which are all of men. So in Wellington's old harbour boardroom, are people going into this boardroom and seeing, and then they're looking on the walls and they're seeing that there are 30 men, pictures of men on the walls, and they're going, oh my God, what a sexist society we're living in. We need some female-based art in here. Pronto. Here's 7.5. I don't know. I just don't know what's happening. Finally, the Oscar nominations are out. This is a surprisingly boring ceremony, this. They get a couple of people standing there in front of a big screen. They broadcast it on the internet. And then what sounds like just the people filming it clap in the background. Not really a crowd or anything. Anyway, so we've got Dunkirk. I've seen it. To be honest, I was a bit bored by Dunkirk. Because I love Christopher Nolan. I've loved everything that he's ever done, right up until Dunkirk, which I didn't really love. I did not love it, but I just it was forgettable, to be honest, which is not really what you want to say about a war movie. That's supposed to be exciting. Maybe, an emotional roller coaster. But it was a bit confusing at first because they do everything on they do 3 different scenarios that all happen on a slightly different time scale. That's very Christopher Nolan. But yeah, other than that. And then it turns out that Harry Styles was in it, which I knew ahead of it, and I know after it. But during it, I never actually thought, oh, you're Harry Styles. So I guess he was doing a reasonably good job. But, so there, I get that. Then we've got The Shape of Water, which is not what I thought it was about at all. It turns out to be a movie about a sea monster. So that might be quite good. And then we've got something called... So we've got Eliza, who is a mute, isolated woman who works as a cleaning lady in a hidden high-security government laboratory in 1962 Baltimore. I don't know why it has to be in 1962, but there you go. She develops a unique bond with a strange, mysterious, scaled creature. So that actually sounds more interesting than initially. I thought that somebody had been nominated for Best Female Actor, and she doesn't actually have any lines. Which that's I mean, that is still the case, but it sounds like a reasonably interesting movie. Then we've got one called 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which I feel like was a working title, and then they never actually got round to having an actual title. Mildred Hayes is the mother of a murdered girl. They haven't found who murdered the girl, so she paints 3 signs leading into her town with controversial messages directed at the sheriff or the chief of police. I'm not sure if that... I haven't got... To be honest, I haven't actually got around to watching some of last year's Oscar movies. What was the one? Manchester by the Sea. Every time I go to watch it, I make the mistake of reading the synopsis again, and it's about an uncle and his nephew after his brother dies. That's basically the synopsis. That doesn't sound like aliens and car chases and explosions to me. But it's supposed to be very good. It won awards. Anyway, that's... Maybe I should... I'll watch... I mean, like I say, I watched Dunkirk, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about there. I'll watch... See if I can watch those other ones, and I'll get back to you. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more.